I told you not to call me tonight, Liana whispered, her voice low and sharp. I froze outside the bedroom door, my hand still on the handle. It's done, she said after a pause. He trusts me completely. My chest tightened. My breath slowed. I didn't move. A man's voice came faintly through the phone. I couldn't hear the words, but I knew enough. Liana let out a soft laugh. Relax, he won't suspect anything. My fingers curled into a fist. My mind raced. Who is she talking to? I whispered to myself. I pushed the door open. She turned, startled for half a second, then calm again. Too calm. Who are you talking to? I asked. She tilted her head slightly. Just a friend. Don't lie to me, I said, stepping closer. I heard what you said. She sighed like I was the problem. You always overthink things. Then explain it, I snapped. Explain what it's done means. Before she could answer, I noticed Ryan standing near the window. My brother. He wouldn't meet my eyes. Ryan, I said slowly, why are you here? He swallowed but stayed silent. My heart started pounding harder. Say something. Liana crossed her arms. Fine, you want the truth? Yes, I said. I deserve that much. She smiled. Not the smile I knew. Not warm, not kind, cold. You were always too easy, she said. The words hit me like a punch. What? I whispered. Ryan finally spoke, his voice low. It's not what you think. Then tell me what it is. I shouted. Liana stepped closer to me. We've been planning this for months. My mind went blank. Planning what? Everything, she said. Your company, your accounts, your shares. I shook my head. No, that's impossible. Ryan looked at me, guilt in his eyes. We didn't have a choice. You always had a choice, I said. You're my brother. He looked away. Liana laughed softly. Family doesn't matter when money is involved. Stop it, I said, my voice breaking. Just stop talking. But you should know, she continued, her tone almost playful. Every deal you trusted me with? Every document you signed without reading? That was me. I stared at her. Why? Because you made it easy, she replied. You trusted me blindly. I turned to Ryan again. And you? You helped her? He hesitated, then nodded. Yes. The room felt smaller. The air felt heavy. How long? I asked. 6 months. He said. 6 months. 6 months of lies, of fake smiles. Of pretending. I gave you everything, I said quietly. Both of you. And we took it, Liana said. I laughed weakly. So that's it? That's all I am to you? She shrugged. You were in the way. Those words broke something inside me. I took a step back. You destroyed me. No, she said calmly. You destroyed yourself by trusting the wrong people, Ryan whispered. I'm sorry. I looked at him. Really looked at him. No, you're not. Silence filled the room. I felt tears in my eyes, but I refused to let them fall. What happens now? I asked. Liana picked up her phone. Now? Now you lose everything. My phone buzzed in my pocket. I pulled it out with shaking hands. Message after message. Accounts frozen. Shares transferred. Contracts canceled. I felt my legs weaken. You planned all of this, I said. Yes, she replied. I looked around the house. My house. It suddenly felt like it never belonged to me. Ryan stepped forward. You should sit down. Don't touch me, I said sharply. He froze. I laughed again, but it sounded hollow. I can't believe this. You should have seen it coming, Liana said. I trusted you, I whispered. That was your mistake, she replied. The room went quiet again. I stood there, surrounded by 2 people I thought I knew. But they were strangers. Worse than strangers. I loved you, I said to her. She didn't respond. I looked at Ryan. You were my brother. He closed his eyes. In that moment, I understood. I had lost everything, not just money, not just my company, but my family. My trust. My life. And as I stood there, broken and alone, I realized something that made it even worse. They weren't done destroying me yet. I walked aimlessly down the street, my hands in my pockets, my head low. How did I not see it? I muttered. My voice sounded empty, like it didn't belong to me. My phone buzzed again, but I ignored it. Everything felt pointless now. I stopped under a dim streetlight and laughed weakly. You trusted them, I told myself. You gave them everything. My chest tightened. And they took it all. I leaned against the cold wall, closing my eyes. What do I even have left? I whispered. The silence answered me. Hey, I've been calling you all day. Marcus grabbed my shoulder, turning me around. I blinked, confused. Marcus. He looked at me with worry. You look terrible. What happened? I let out a hollow laugh. Everything happened. He frowned. Stop joking. Talk to me. I shook my head. Liana, Ryan, they took it all. His expression darkened. What do you mean? I stared at him. They planned it. For months. He cursed under his breath. That's insane. No, I said quietly. That's reality. He stepped closer. Then we fight back. I shook my head again. There's nothing left to fight for. Marcus grabbed my arm tighter. Don't say that. I pulled away slowly. It's over. He stared at me. No, it's not. You can rebuild. I laughed bitterly. With what? My frozen accounts? My stolen company? He hesitated. We'll figure something out. I shook my head. You don't understand. He softened his tone. I woke up gasping, my chest rising fast as if I had just been pulled from deep water. Where am I? I whispered, my voice shaking. I sat up quickly, looking around. The room felt familiar, too familiar. My eyes landed on the old desk, the cracked lamp, the faded curtains. No, this is impossible, I said under my breath. I jumped out of bed and stumbled toward the mirror. This is a dream, I told myself. It has to be. But the reflection staring back at me was younger, untouched by pain. My hands trembled. What is happening to me? I pressed my fingers against the glass. Why am I here? My phone buzzed loudly on the table. I grabbed it quickly, my heart pounding. Please don't be real, I muttered as I looked at the screen. The date froze me in place. 3 years ago? I whispered. No, that's impossible. I checked again, scrolling, refreshing, but nothing changed. This is the past, I said slowly. My mind raced with memories, betrayal, loss, pain. I died, I said quietly. I remember falling. My grip tightened on the phone. So why am I back? I paced the room. Is this some kind of joke? I shook my head. No, this feels real. My voice hardened. Too real. A knock on the door broke my thoughts. Are you okay? Emily's voice came through, soft and warm. I froze. My chest tightened instantly. Emily, I whispered. My hand hovered over the door handle. She's alive, I said to myself. I opened the door slowly. She stood there, smiling gently. You look like you saw a ghost, she said. I stared at her, unable to speak. Hey, she added, waving her hand in front of my face. Are you listening? I nodded quickly. Yeah. I'm just tired, she frowned. You sure? I forced a small smile. Yeah, just didn't sleep well. She stepped inside, looking around. You've been acting weird lately, she said. I looked at her carefully, noticing every detail I once took for granted. Have I? I asked. She crossed her arms. Yes, you're quiet, distracted. I hesitated, then said softly, I just have a lot on my mind. She studied me for a moment. If something's wrong, you can tell me. My chest tightened again. I know, I replied. She smiled slightly. Good, now hurry up. You're going to be late. I nodded. Right. As she walked out, I whispered, I won't let anything happen to you this time. I closed the door and leaned against it. This is real, I said firmly. I've been given another chance. My mind replayed everything: Liana's betrayal, Ryan's lies, my father's collapse. Not again, I muttered. I walked back to the mirror and stared at myself. You know what's coming, I said. You know what they'll do. My reflection looked calm, but inside I was burning. This time you won't trust blindly. I clenched my fists. This time you'll be ready. My voice grew stronger. You won't lose everything again. I picked up my phone again and scrolled through my contacts. Liana's name appeared on the screen. I stared at it for a long moment. You won't fool me again, I said quietly. My thumb hovered over the